leave this world. So as we are nearing towards the last days, certainly we will think about whatever may be your relationship with your parents, you will think about that. So if there is some great friction and great fight or something between the parents and the children, it will come back.
Yeah. So, what if you're a person that understands your parents' anxieties and you go on understanding, and at one point there's a conflicting thought that they've never tried to actually consider my side or what I needed. But then you're like deeply very used to understanding their anxieties that you really think that this is why they said it, so it's okay. And you become really okay with it that eventually you don't know what you wanted because you're used to understanding. How do you balance or deal with the conflict like that?
Actually, it is whatever may be the relationship with our parents, without what they have done, you would not be here at all. That's the simple point. And you got a great possibility to be here for some years to know yourself. Basically, you are trying to understand yourself. Actually, we are not trying to understand anybody else other than you. Every experience that comes on your way is a possibility for you to know yourself. But usually, what we do, we project our content into what is going on, and we based on that projection, we try to evaluate and understand. When we are projecting things on somebody's behavior, and you have an ideal about certain behaviors, and they are different people, they cannot behave according to what you feel as an ideal thing. It's an impossibility. The simple reason is that now, at this moment, we are all sitting in different positions. You are sitting and looking at me. And there are people who are sitting at this corner looking at me. Seemingly, they are seeing me, but they are seeing me in a different background. You are seeing me with a different background, and it has its impact. So, from the point of view of the person, we try to understand. And not only that point of view, also the projection that we do from the content of our consciousness or past. And so, based on the past, we have created a lot of ideal things. It should be like that. And that is an ideal that we are projecting. And then we assess it, and then we feel that they are not coping with the ideal that you wanted to take place in your life. It is an impossibility because moment after moment we are sitting in different places, in different occupying different position and viewing everything around you or the world around you. This is what normally happens. That is not the same at all. There is no possibility for two people, even if they are twins, to see the same thing in the same way, simply because they cannot occupy the same place. You have to get up and move, and I have to come there and sit to view how things are going on from that standpoint. That is normal. But the time has changed. In the same moment of time, no two people can occupy a position. Because of the placement, and on the basis of the placement, we are looking at the world constantly. And we are expecting that they should understand your point of view. How can it be possible? It is an impossibility. But it is some kind of an ideal that we wanted. Ideals are a creation of our mind, which is not doing anything with the actual thing that is going on around. So we grow our expectations based on our understanding, our experiences, our expectations, and based on that we expect that something should happen in this way. Everybody is doing this. All of us. Nobody is out of this. Everybody is out of. So everybody is in the same boat. So the only possibility is to, if you are working deeply for your transformation, the first thing that we have to do is to take away the perspective, which is the product of your past. That's why masters are asking you to come to the present. It's very difficult. We are present, sitting in the present, entertaining the past. Unfortunately, it is like that because it is like that for everybody. And so it is normal to have confrontation. In that respect, it is very normal to have confrontation. But when you make a confrontation, you are confronting with certain ideas and not your person confronting with the other person. You understand? This is the core point that one has to understand. I can quarrel with my family, my friends, my people, or my parents, but I am not quarreling with them. I am quarreling with their ideas. You have every right to do this, but we take it very personally. And they take it personally, you take it personally. But your person is not involved in this. Your person, your true self is not involving in this process at all. Your mind is playing this game. And then we start to look who is right, who is wrong. And what is right for you is not the right of the other one. It is actually in a relative level, actually. There is no absolute right, there is no absolute wrong. So from the point of view, the right goes on changing. But we are stuck in that point, and we started to feel that what you are saying is for the wellness of the other one. Parents are doing this. They, with concern and feelings, when they are looking through their kaleidoscope, they see certain pictures. When you take the kaleidoscope, you look at it, it is different because you are already shook it a little bit. There is no other way. But the one thing with the aspirant or the practitioner can do is to take away the past. When the past is coming, that is actually has given you the conditioning. And when you are looking through the conditioned eye, you see based on the conditioning. And then this is the only possibility. But they will not understand it because maybe they are not interested in this kind of work. As you are interested in this kind of inner exploration and transformation, the responsibility is on you. If you don't do, you hurt yourself. When you hurt yourself, you project this hurt on them. And they are hurting me. They are not hurting. They are putting their point of view. And by exchange of point of views, we start to hate each other. How comes it is like that? Because we identify ourselves with our beliefs, with our ideas, with our experience, with our knowledge, with our so-called wisdom, not the real wisdom. And that is why we are expecting a particular set of behavior which is ideal for you. This is not ideal for them. And then how can we hate? They are our parents. They have given the possibility to have this body. And with this body, you have done so many things. And you are still doing certain things for your transformation. You wanted to make yourself free and keep the mind that bond you with the past. Is it like that? Normally it is like that. This needs to be looked. When you look and correct that point, certainly you can distinguish yourself from your pure being and the being which you created and trying to project. This is your personality. Your personality is who you are, how you project, and how other people evaluate you. They can evaluate the way based on their standpoint, but you have projected something on the society. So they may be not right. They have only seen a little part of that. You may have wonderful sights, but they are seeing from that point a particular angle, and they see only certain things which is not so great. So as they are feeling that you are their daughter and they have a concern, and their wise parents, they don't protect this concern. When they are not very wise, they project it on you and expecting that you behave in certain ways which is very good for them and for the society according to their understanding of the society. Society is not an existing phenomena in the sense that it is continuously changing. But it is how it is. We feel that there is a society. Society comes, makes some comment, and the society disperses. There is no society existing here. When you hear that three people were evaluating you and saying something against you, you feel the whole society is understanding. something bad about you which is not right about you. And then we start to feel that my personality is going to collapse. We are so identified with this personality which you feel you are, that is not the person whom you are. You are completely different. You have nothing to do with all these things. You are the infinite stillness which is beyond. When you explore, you understand this. And then on top of that, there is some vibration which is going on, some fluctuations that is going on. These fluctuations are you in your understanding, but this is not you. That is why to understand your real I, you need to stop these fluctuations. These activities the mind is doing. Unless we are able to do this, certainly we will be taken over by the projected image that is not you. You understand? That's why it is happening. It is not the fault of somebody else. But we feel like that because it becomes so uneasy, nagging you constantly. Whatever you do, they find some fault with you. Because they are looking through their microscope or whatever. And then you will be a different person than what they expect. You feel them to be different and they don't behave accordingly. And so both people are misunderstanding each other, sitting in the same house, misunderstanding each other. Like two people going in a boat, misunderstanding each other. The boat may sink one day. And before the boat sinks, you have to push the other one into the waters. And they will drown and die. Then you are the winner of the game. After some time, your boat will collapse. And you will also drown and die. This is a fact, actually. It's a very, very uneasy fact. But this has to be looked. Certainly, we have to look at it. If you want to transform our life, if you want to be peaceful, effective, unless you are peaceful, you will not be effective at all. And then, when you are peaceful, you started to feel something which is very, very deep, deeper than the peripheral ideas that you hold, and link yourself with that idea, feeling that you are that one. You are not that one. You are not. And this is what is happening to everybody. Unless you work on it, it is not going to change. We constantly accuse them. Then later, in later days, what will happen? You may be working in a different place, and this I have seen so much with my students and people around. You feel like going and seeing your parents, but you postpone it. Every day you go on postponing the meeting with your parents. They have procreated you, they have fed you, they have taken care of you. They were really offering a lot of love for you. Otherwise, you would not have been here in this form. Maybe somebody else might have taken care of in a different way. If parents are not taken care of, doesn't mean that you will die. The nature will take care of you, but in a different way. But a lot of effort the parents are doing. I'm not talking from the standpoint of a father, but this I have seen before I got married. So I was very careful. Always, still I am careful in my behavior with my children. Everything is possible. All possibilities are there. That is the wonder of living. The incredible wonder in this book. Anything can happen at any moment. And that is the wonder of life, but we wanted to streamline in a particular way. You are losing the possibility of that wonder that is ahead of you. You understand? This is so important. Everything is a wonder, because if you expect and if you streamline and you really make something expecting that is what the ideal one, then you lose the wonder of living. Excitement, agitation, fight, beautiful time, celebration. These are all making the life a wonderful phenomenon. And we are trying to make some ideal things, and you lose the wonder of living. Anything can happen at any time. When you are traveling in the, maybe like you expose yourself to dangers, then you understand how wonderful this life is. You are at the death trap. Death can come at any moment. Every step you should be absolutely alert. If you slip your foot, then you go down to the ditch. And landslide coming. Now what to do? Unknowingly, you finally surrender and you call, oh my God, I don't know anything. Please help me. And there will come a time that we will have to surrender, and we will certainly surrender. Why not now? Let people hold their views. Don't try to change them. The only person that you can change is you, nobody else. It's an impossibility. So we are attempting to, to do something which is impossible. It is an adventure, but I don't think we will succeed in attempting to do the impossible. So this is a crucial point actually. If you register this point deeply inside you, your relationship with people around you will drastically change and you will enter into a different domain of living. This is so important. This is my special subject. That's why I become so happy with your question. This is what we have to do. You can do mantra, you can do pranayama, you can do bandha kriyas, you can kill yourself by holding your breath. All these things you can do unless you are aware of who you are and work on your transformation. This breathing won't help you, the mantra won't help you, the bandha kriyas won't help you. And you will add some more pressure on yourself based on your egoistic hold on your understanding and command over your practice. That will not help you at all. This is the limitation of your practice. But we are working, the aim, we should not forget, we are working for our transformation to find ourselves. All spiritual people should remember that every moment of living is a possibility for our own transformation. The people around are pointing the unsettled part of you. If you are settled, if they say, what is your problem? But as we are not settled, when they say something, you get shaky. And then what to do? You become aggressive. You become angry. You want to protect yourself, thinking that yourself is what you feel you are. You are not. And so keep this in mind. This is very important, very crucial. Correct your relationship. Otherwise, you will not succeed in your spiritual journey, for sure. You cannot correct anybody. You can only correct yourself. And so what to do? When the irritation comes, you cannot say the irritation outside. You are observing yourself. How strong the irritation is. It grows, it shakes you. It really tries to strangulate you. Not another person, but your irritation. And there will come a time that you have to say something, otherwise you will die at this moment. And then you say. So you go on like finding the nectar of your sentence. And you slowly synthesize the few words. You don't want to talk a lot of words. You synthesize it, create one or two words. So the whole thing became 2 points, 2 words. And that is working like atom bomb. You put that upon them. Now this is what's happening. You refined your irritation to the very core, like a black hole. It is going to blast it out, a new universe you create. And in that universe, you are not familiar. What is that universe? Anything can happen. There is wonder in it. You can try that wonder also. But this is very important, very crucial. In spirituality, this is the work. It's the essential work one has to do. That is the reason why I am reminding this. Oh, pray your mother, father. Everybody has conflict. Everyone has conflict. Because what they have seen, you have not seen. What you have seen, they have not seen. We have seen different worlds, living different worlds, and two people living in two different worlds are trying to confront each other. And then you are right for you, they are right for them, and two rights collide, and there will be a big world war. All right, but war is going on. What to do? The only thing is you leave hope. I know how to live my life. You live your life. And then you are separated somewhere and you're living in another town. You don't want to live in the same town. Maybe in another country you go, and so that it is okay. They call you, "Oh, hello, how are you?" I'm fine, thanks. Oh, very good. So when are you coming? When are you coming? Yeah, I will come, I will come, I will come. No, but he really wanted to know. They're not leaving you, they thank you because they have a concern, they have a feeling, because you're part of their body once upon a time. Your ideas are different, your struggles are different, but you are part and parcel of that body, and you were born as a separate entity, and they conditioned you like this. They are responsible actually, but the sufferer is you. You have to correct your suffering. They continue with their habits, but if you wanted to escape that or understand and get out of this, you need to work. So the responsibility is not lying in anybody else other than you. This is the basic principle which one needs to know if one wants to transform his life. What happened to Buddha? Everything was there. He was a king, a prince, family, a kid, everything. But he could not stay there. I wanted to go. At the middle of the night, he escaped. Because if he says to his wife, she will not let him go. And there will be big chaos and he will be jailed at home in palace, certainly. And so he has to escape. At the middle of the night, like a thief, he opened slowly the door and he escaped. And his wife and child is there lying on the bed, they are sleeping. He escaped. Nobody knew what was going on in him. Because he don't want to confront the situation. He was not strong enough to confront the situation. And so he escaped. And in search of enlightenment or whatever. And then he moved around 12 years of wandering life. And he got severely sick. He had diarrhea and he has stomach problem. He became so thin and he don't have anything to eat. And then people were following him because he was a nice man. And then one day when he was up sitting under somewhere, under a banyan tree or something, and then something happened to him, I realized that whatever he has done was absolute foolishness. This wandering life which I had been doing was like absolute foolishness, and it has nothing to do with the wanderer's life. And this is something else, and he understood what was that we don't know what he understood. Anyway, what he understood is now termed as realization. Unless we realize, we will not be able to say what was that. Okay. And then the realized man, the first thought that came in his mind was to go back home and meet his wife and kid. And he came back and standing before his wife. And she was looking very angry. 12 years of living with the child. The child was 2 years old at the time. Now it is for a young man. And she was looking at his eyes. Seemingly he is transformed, not transferred, transformed. Great, very peaceful, settled, beautiful than ever before. So she was looking, and he was also staying silently. One at the peak of some past, the other is in the very present. This is the difference. Lot of things was going on, and to say something. So I have certain questions to you. She was a decent girl, actually. She didn't take anything and gave some blows to him, but I have something to ask. You look very different, as if some big change has happened to you. Don't you think that all those things seemingly achieved by leaving me and our kids, don't you think that you could not have achieved all these things by being here with me and your little son? What to say? Oh, what to say? And he remained. This is the third question. He remained silent for a little time and he said, certainly, certainly, but unfortunately, I didn't know this at the time. And that is surrender. There came silence. And she looked at him and transformed. What he could achieve by 12 years of suffering, and she achieved in no time. So, this is a possibility.